Hello everybody, Fixxxer here, and look where we're at. We're in oxygen not included. We're doing a world tour. Don't get too excited because I'm ending this series. It's been over for like a month, pretty much. I just haven't had a chance to get back to it. But I'm going to give it an official send-off because I rather enjoy this game, and I like to have, if at all possible, an official send-off. So I'm going to do a little world tour because a lot of you are new to the channel and you probably didn't see this series. You may not know of this game or whatever. But this is kind of like a colony simulator, much in the same way that something like RimWorld is. Maybe not as difficult or as harsh as RimWorld. A little bit cuter. It is made by Klei, the same dev that did Don't Starve. Yeah, it's a cute game. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about my base here. So those of you who have seen the series, you're not really going to learn anything new, but you could stick around if you want, I suppose. Alright, so the idea is that we have these replicants. These are kind of created. So you find yourself in the middle of this asteroid, and the object of the game is to survive. And what makes this game different than any other colony simulator is that you have to deal with various elements. We have gases that we have to deal with. Right here we have oxygen. This blue stuff, this is the good stuff. That's what my guys breathe. However, you notice up here is a bunch of hydrogen sitting at the top here because it is lighter than oxygen. That, of course, is bad for me to breathe. So I've got to kind of like soak all that up and pump it somewhere and where it's not going to hurt my guys. And of course down here we have carbon dioxide and it sinks to the bottom here. This is all carbon dioxide. Not very friendly for my dudes. Over here we got some contaminated oxygen. That can get cleaned up and everybody's okay with that. So you have these gases to deal with. And there's more than just that. There's chlorine in here. Right there. Chlorine. So we have gases we have to deal with. You have a power grid. You do have to generate power. And as you can see here, I've got these generators feeding power, and this is my grid here going to various machines and other things that keep my people alive. We have a temperature overlay. They do not like it when it's hot, and they do not like it when it's cold. This build that this game is on, this is like one of the very first builds for the game when it came out in early access. They have since updated the game tremendously. Of course, my original base never collapsed, so I never really had to restart my game. So I never got the updates with the new biomes and things like that. This is all old school stuff as far as this game goes. And heat, I think is an upcoming update, or I think it's in the beta branch right now where they did an overhaul to the heat system. But anyways, you do have to worry a little bit about heat. The redder it is, the hotter it is, so on. What else we got here? Here's a light overlay. The light does affect the mood. People don't like to work in the dark. This is our plumbing. You do have a lot of plumbing. Water is a very important resource in this game. As you can see here, I've got all this contaminated water over here. And what I'm doing is I'm pumping all this out, running it up this line, over to here, and I'm running it through these purifiers and dumping it into this tank. And this is clean water. So this is then being pumped to where I need clean water. Things like the shower and the bathroom and the kitchen. So we got water going on. What else we have? This is our gas plumbing overlay. So right up here, I'm pumping all that hydrogen down here because this is like a hydrogen generator. I've got it all the way down there because this is a huge hydrogen packet. So I'm pumping all that down there. This is the decor. If it's green, that means it's very lovely to be around. If it's not green, then it's not lovely. For instance, down here, not a lovely place. But of course the barracks, lovely. And you make them lovely by putting up paintings and sculptures and plants. They like that sort of thing. And I don't need to go over the priorities. So, basically, just like any other colony simulator, you start off with just a few people, and you have to research certain technologies. And there's different branches that you can go down. Right here we got farming tech, and that goes into some kind of advanced research once you're done with this, like fine dining. And gas piping, you know, that turns into pressure management, insulation, liquid piping, power regulation, interior decor, things like that, to make your colony better. Now, when it comes to the, did I call them replicants? They're duplicants, not replicants. Replicants works as well. Same difference. Let's look at their vitals here, I suppose. So these are all my duplicants. They all got names. They have certain skills. They have stress levels. They do bad things when they reach certain stress levels, so you want to keep them unstressed. And there's various ways to do that. This is how many calories they've taken in today. Got to keep them nice and fed. Jobs, here we go. How about we just look at Adam here? So we look at Adam. These are his stats. Construction, digging, tinkering, athletics, learning, cooking, medicine, creativity, and strength. And it works a lot like RimWorld, right? You gain certain, you gain a level in this particular stats, and they can do certain things better. Athletics, for instance, they can run on this generator here a lot more efficiently. This is a manual generator. You run on this thing, it produces power. That's a very early game generator. In fact, it's the first one, I think, if I remember correctly. Other things they can do is they can run a little bit quicker. There are tasks where you have to deliver resources to certain machines, and people who have a nice athletic ability can do that quicker than others. Construction, self-explanatory. Digging, self-explanatory. Most of these are self-explanatory, I suppose, except for athletics. Yeah, medicine, creativity, strength, they can carry more on them. All that jazz. So just like RimWorld, you can assign them specific tasks. Let's go up to Adam, or let's go with Hassan, I guess. So the darker purple the boxes, the higher their skill is. And I can assign them to a task just like that. So he's not going to touch any kind of research or any kind of composting or art. He's going to stick to generating power, sweeping, delivering resources, digging, and combat. And they're all just like that. It works just like RimWorld, pretty much. Alright, I'm going to hit play here so you guys can see this in action. Why is it not going? There it goes. So these guys are all doing their thing. We hit pause, you hover over them, it tells you what he's doing. Bertrand is going to dig, he's inhaling O2, he's exhaling CO2, he's feeling grimy, so the guy needs a shower. And he's going to dig. Let's follow him, I guess. There he goes. We got a few guys going down here. I got a lot of digging going on down here, so there you go. He's off to dig. These guys are collecting water for whatever job they have to do. Who knows? There you go. There's a guy taking a shower. Machadora. It's a massive water sink. No pun intended. Can I show... What would be the best way to show... I guess I gotta click on an individual. Let's go with Maha here. They do have traits. And, some of them are good, some of them are bad. This one is a vomiter, which means when she gets too stressed, she starts vomiting. And the vomit will collect on the floor here in the form of some kind of contaminated water. It's like it looks basically just like this stuff here. So that collects on the floor, and other duplicants will walk through it, and that stresses them out. Who wants to walk through vomit, right? Some of them are not vomiters, though. They have other issues. Let's see if I can grab somebody. Jasper, how about you? He's a vomiter, and he's got irritable bowel. So it takes them a little longer than usual to do their business. Some of them have weak bladders. If they get too stressed, they'll piss themselves. And again, that causes a problem. There's a pool of urine here. These guys don't like running through it. It stresses them out. However, this guy has an iron gut, which means they can eat just about anything without getting sick. Which is always helpful, because again, vomiting bad. Right here, we've got Elvira the cook. My cook, she's a vomiter. She's naturally robust. She's got a hardy immune system, repels most illnesses. And she's a yokel. She won't do your research. So each one of them has quirks. Again, it's akin to RimWorld. It's just a little bit different than RimWorld. RimWorld's a lot more harsh on you. This game, at least not yet, hasn't really gotten there. It can be a little difficult to kind of juggle these gases and liquids around. I'm gonna hit play again. But it's nowhere near the disaster simulator that RimWorld has grown to be, right? There's all my water. I've got these terrariums down here. These process CO2. Turns it into oxygen. Good to have. I got an air scrubber. I have such a bad CO2 problem down here that I've got lots of machines under to try to prevent it from getting worse. Because these guys do die. They do. If you don't get them their air, they will die on you. They like to eat. This is my little dining hall here. These are actually massage tables. Let's give a massage to somebody. Who's my highest stressed dude? Richie? Alright, Richie. Looks like you're going to get yourself a massage. There he is. We'll keep an eye out for Richie. There he is. Bam! So that reduces their stress. That's one of several ways you can reduce stress, but I found it was usually the best way to reduce stress. This right here is telling me it didn't have power. It does now. Looks like my colony is struggling to get power. So right here we got ourselves a mealwood plant. I can harvest these mealworms for food. Tyson here is just cooling them off. This is broken in this build. It doesn't really cool them off. I should just disable that. Not that it matters, because this is the last episode that we're going to have here. There you go. And he just left the food on the ground, which is okay by me. Fine, whatever. Oh, there's some more laboratories here. We got a compost heap. Insufficient oxygen generation. So I'm not producing as much oxygen as I am consuming. Which isn't a big deal. As you can see, I got plenty of oxygen to go around. It's just a problem if my guys go down here. Which they do. Uh-oh. Completed research. Wonderful. So yeah, there's places you can explore. I haven't done a whole lot of exploring. My guys have pretty much kept mostly to this base. There are creatures out and about, like this guy here. As far as I know, none of them are harmful, are they? There's another one here, a morb. And they will consume certain gases and put out other gases, right? Yeah, I haven't expanded out a whole lot, but from what I understand, if you go south enough, if you dig, I think this is the lowest point I dug right there. If you dig low enough, you'll reach magma, and there's other things you can do with that. I think in newer updates they have steam-powered stuff and whatnot, which you can use the magnum to turn water into steam, and there you go. I don't think all that is in this build, though. I don't think. And this build won't work on newer builds. I have to start a new colony. I can't just move this colony over to new builds. It's not compatible. This is it. It's over with. It's gone. Oh, here's the thermal regulator. I am cooling off oxygen with that thing. I got hot air going in there, and I'm pumping it out. I don't even remember where I'm pumping it out. It doesn't matter. So yeah, it was a cute game. I really enjoy it. I'm going to play it again. I don't know when, though. I'm waiting for more updates. I want more content added to the game. I want, I think, more difficulty added to the game. Or maybe different types of difficulty. I mean, it is called Oxygen Not Included. And these guys aren't supposed to be the brightest in the world. So it'd be nice to see some more accidents and careless shenanigans going on with these dudes. But if this game looks like it interests you, then start all the way back in episode 1. It's a pretty fun game. Check it out with Klei. I think it's 20 bucks. Is it still 20 bucks with Klei? Not too bad for a nice colony simulator. I liked it. But that's it, man. Series is over. Sorry that it ended, but I'm glad I was able to give it like a video ending instead of just kind of leaving it go. I know I've got a few of them out there that are like that, and I want to try to stop doing that. So there you go. That is Oxygen Not Included. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are interested, check it out, episode 1. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.